because remember we talked about this a few episodes where people like they'll show like they'll take a bunch of pictures of in their cutting phase, and that's all
Mm-hmm.
they post year round, which is super unhealthy because it's like you'll wake up and look at yourself, and some days I look a little bloated, more bloated than normal. Some days I wake up and I'm like super, ripped looking. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm always like chasing that, you know what I'm saying, that ripped physique all the time, like I start to take hits in other areas.
Mm-hmm. And what I think too, and when we talked about this, because I even talked about how I try to make my Instagram very, very, very transparent, and even more so now, not even just physically, but even through like mental challenges that I go through, or healing and that process and how that kind of plays into my fitness journey. Because it's like I feel like people need to be more realistic about what all goes on. There's a lot of people out there that compete or model or whatnot, and they throw up the best pictures that they've got. But the thing is like you're human, which means your life isn't perfect like that all the time. So if you're constantly exposing people like to this, like they think this is now the gold standard, like this is what they need to achieve. And so what I kind of try to do through my page, and I actually threw up there was a girl that tagged me in a post the other day, and she said, because she just said, she was like, I knew if I tagged you, like I knew you'd be perfect for it because I knew you would do it. And she was struggling. She's gotten into her off season, like she's gained weight, pretty new competitor. And anytime you go into an off season after being super lean, it's really hard. It doesn't matter who you are or how well like your mental like frame of mind is. Like it's really hard to get from being super shredded and something that you rarely see on maybe like 1% of people to going back to looking normal, because now looking like normal in your eyes after being surrounded by like a bodybuilding community, like it almost makes you feel like you're way worse than what you actually are. And so I posted a side by side of my off season. And I mean, we're talking like what I looked like in like April and then what I looked like a few days ago. And I put on that post, I said, love your seasons. Each season's got a purpose. So, like your off season, like your on season, grow and learn from all of them. And basically tagged her in it and was like, this is for you. And I think people need to be so much more transparent and so much more realistic. And I even tell people, I've told clients now, because they start comparing their journey to my journey because of how much progress I'm making in comparison to them. And it's like, look, like I've been doing this, like I've been lifting for 10 years. I've been competing seriously as an athlete for 3 years.